Various cities have dealt with tragedy, which has caused these communities to be living at heightened alert.
Hi, my name is Alex Sabo. I am from Newtown, Connecticut, and I'm a student at Cabrini College. It was so quiet, so peaceful. There was nothing to do. Honestly, it was just like a little kid's paradise. We have a bunch of playgrounds for little kids, and baseball is a big thing. Like for little girls, it's like dance classes, you know, that kind of thing. And there's a couple of community pools that we have. So yeah, it was really just quiet and peaceful. I didn't know him personally, but I just knew who he was. And he was always that kid that would walk in the hallways with a briefcase instead of a backpack, and just not talk to anyone, walk really, really close to the lockers, and just not make eye contact and not say a word in class or anything. His head would always be down too, he would never look up to anybody. It just makes me really skeptical of people in general now, because you really don't know somebody when you meet him. And it could be really anybody, it could be a girl or a guy, anyone could do anything like that. But just he had a lot of psychological problems, and no one knew that, no one took care of him until we actually find out and he's dead. So.
Well, people cope with tragedy, from my experience and from what I've seen, they usually cope with it on their own and with their families and close friends mostly. They usually just cope with it with support, and they're always going to be afraid, they're always going to be thinking in the back of their heads, what if that happens again to them? And it actually changes their lifestyle in a way, because they're always going to be having that fear of the what if.
But when I go to big giant events, I went to a carnival with my roommate, and there was a place where they were shooting BB guns, and I could hear it before I saw it, and it kind of made me really edgy. But I was standing there no, I really want to get out of here. I don't feel comfortable in a big crowd with noises like that, you know.
From my perspective, I have a lot of people in my unit that have very bad PTSD. You actually have to take care of them in a way when they're around or what they're doing, because, sometimes it's very hard for them to cope with the things that they witnessed and they went through. Post-traumatic stress disorder affects the people in a way that it changes the way they act, it changes their lifestyle, and it changes everything they do. So once they have that, it's very bad for them. They think it's very bad for them to go out. It's not going to be the same. They're always going to have that thought in the back of their head.
You don't know how to react when you hear that kind of noise. You get really nervous, and it's hard to not walk around and or to walk around and not feel anxious because of all that.
Most of the time it takes a while for them to get over it, because that's going to be the only thing that is going to be in their minds. And sometimes they get zombified. And it takes time. Time heals all wounds, I guess.
With living in heightened alert due to tragedies, gun control laws become very important.
I'm Michael Fox. The gun laws do need to be changed. I think they need to be made such that they can keep guns out of the hands of people that have mental issues and criminal records. I think the laws need to be changed such that it's easier for the government to keep them out of their hands. But I do believe that people without criminal records should have the right to own firearms.
Gun safety in a household has always been a big dispute, and the responsibility lies in the hands of the parents.
And if you're responsible enough and smart enough to have kids and to own a gun, then you'll be able to, keep the gun away from the kids. And as well as telling the kids to be very careful when it comes to holding firearms. It's all about gun safety and responsibility.
We had found out that his mom had collected guns in her house, and he used to use them all the time, go out for shooting, and he actually got, for Christmas, he got a present to check to go buy guns.
Americans live under threat and vulnerable to attacks by nationwide terrorists.